minded gamers, and we are here for session 10 of our Baldur's Gate Descent into Avernus adventure on Fantasy Grounds. And our DM, Will, take us away. Couldn't remember if it was a cookbook or the poetry one. I mean, I feel like that's appropriate for Dad Bod. Oh, okay.
Thavius Krieg?
That is the one.
Thavius...
I've been suspicious of the High Overseer of Elturel for a long time, but no one wanted to hear my concerns because Thavius Krieg was widely regarded as a hero who saved his city from an undead scourge, giving rise to the holy nation of Elturgard. Hailed as a savior, Thavius made all citizens of Elturel swear an oath called the Creed of Resolute, which binds them to defend the nation of Elturgard. I met him years ago, and my instincts told me he was a charlatan. Afterward, I grew to suspect that he had cut a deal with one of the more powerful devils, using the Creed Resolute to bind all Elturel to his dark deal. I wish to prove my theory, and I believe the evidence is locked inside your puzzle box.
We too have reason to believe that he was in league with a demon.
Or was a demon.
Merely by the shadow he cast.
Then my suspicions are correct. Do you have the puzzle box?
Yeah, I've been holding it up.
She walks over to you and kind of almost like snatches it out of your hand.
Well,
Just her just demeanor is just all like excited and she's like she's just giddy like a schoolgirl.
well, I'm confused. Ma'am, was it Thirstwell? See, Krieg was really interested in the shield that this guy has. Thirstwell gave us the puzzle box, but I think he took it from Krieg. Is that possible?
It's all connected. It's all connected. You see, the Thavius Krieg and the Von Thuper family, they were all working together, trying to take what happened to Elturel and make it happen in Baldur's Gate. It is my suspicions that the Van Thuper, the Duke Van Thuper that is, gave the puzzle box to her oldest son in an attempt to figure out the puzzle box. Thavius Krieg was unable to ascertain how to unlock it. She examines it very carefully, turning it, spinning it.
We'll take a step back in case it blows up or something.
Hang on just a second. She yells at her demon, or says to her demon in Infernal. The demon flies over to a cabinet and procures a dark liquid and brings it to her. She starts to pour a small amount into the maze-like troughs carved into the box's surface. She then tips the box so that the liquid flows through each of the channels as smooth as she can until the box's horn-like inlays pop loose and break apart.
Yeah, I knew that.
I take another step back.
As you notice, 9 chain-like link plates, each around like 3 inches on each side, cast of like this dark iron, and like these stamped infernal runes on both sides.
Can you read that, Colorado?
I don't know. I look. Can I read it?
I'm trying to figure out how I can just send this just to you.
Grab the text and drag it up to the upper left-hand corner and drop it on his character tab. If you're talking about a picture, now if you're talking about whispering, you can right-click his picture up there and click whisper, and that way you'll send something only to him.
Dad bod, you do Infernal too, right?
Yes, I can read that now. And did you send that just to me?
I sent it to you and Colorado.
Okay. It's a
So
long
you
read.
guys need to.
It's a long read. I'm gonna make a note and put it in our notes.
Yeah, I can read that.
You want to share? Or
Sure.
I put it as notes for Puzzle Box if it's easier.
Okay.
Yeah, why don't you read it for our viewers though?
Be it known to all that I, Thavius Krieg, High Overseer of Elturel, have sworn to my master, Zariel, Lord of Avernus, to keep the agreements contained in this oath. I hereby submit to Zariel in all matters all time. I will place her above all creatures, living and dead. I will obey her all my days, and beyond with fear and servility. I recognize the dispensation of the device called the Solar Insidiator, hereafter called the Companion. In my capacity as High Overseer of Elturel and its vassal territories, I acknowledge that all lands falling under the light of the Companion are forfeit to Zariel. All persons bound by the oath to defend Elturel are also considered forfeit. I further recognize that this dispensation will last 50 years, after which the Companion will return whence it came, taking Elturel and its oath-bound defenders with it, if that is Zariel's wish. All this is my everlasting pledge. Yada, 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 etc., etc., etc. Undersigned.
Rhea Mantleborn gasps, falls to the floor and collapses. If Zariel wants my soul, she's welcome to try to take it.
Now, I guess the real question is, does Zariel have all of our souls? Like, I didn't sign no oath. Sylvia, wait, how does, you're supposed to be an expert in this stuff. Are we already damned to Avernus?
Are you a lawyer?
Are you... Do you have oath to Elturel? Are you a Hellrider?
Yes.
Yeah,
Maybe.
my second job.
And what is thy first job, Master Bard?
Yes, to be a bard. That's my first job.
He's a master
Barter.
barter.
What else has thy brought me?
Should I show her the shield?
I mean, it's demonic, and she's supposed to be an expert in demonic stuff.
All right. I'm going to show her the shield.
She
This is what Thavius Krieg was actually praying to.
so this is what Thavius was up to. She walks over to the shield, moves her hand towards the shield as if to touch it, but then suddenly stops about 5 inches away, quickly withdraws her hand. The shield is a symbol of good's triumph over evil. Gazing at such beauty, one can easily overlook the terrible force bound to it. Gargouth is, I believe, its name. Though it calls itself the Hidden Lord, it was a pit fiend sent by Asmodeus, to corrupt mortals on the material plane, and there it amassed such a following as to rival that of gods. In that way, Gargouth became sort of a demigod and have worshippers increased its powers exponentially. How the mighty have fallen. This shield has the power to corrupt everything around it. The Hune family on Baldur's Gate has kept it for years now. Doubtless they'll want it back. But this shield should not be taken to any place where thousands of mortals reside. It needs to be locked away in an extra dimensional space, away from corruptible souls.
Like where Superman put the other Kryptonians?
What extra dimensional space are you referring to?
Suddenly, Cracker, your mind just starts to reel. You hear a voice.
The Phantom Museum? Is that where we need to take it?
The Phantom Museum? It belongs in a Phantom Museum. You know what? I do have some. I have seen like bags of holding and so forth. Don't they create like an extra dimension inside of them? If we can get our hands on one of those magical items, can we just shove it in one of there?
Did you see that link there, Cracker?
Yep.
Okay.
Any chance it can be purified?
I don't know of any purification. This is a demigod, however.
So if I understand, correct me if I'm wrong, the shield was actually created as something good, but it has encased a pit fiend that has amassed a tremendous amount of power.
That is correct. The pit fiend, Gargouth, has been in prison there for a long time.
Very well. Well, guys, I need to take this shield into the depths, but I wouldn't even know how to get there.
Into the what?
This shield needs to not be in the material plane. I agree with our friend here.
I advise that you leave the shield with me.
Yeah, I don't think it's a good idea.
No, no.
Again, the voice booms in your inner mind.
Yeah, I heard you the first time. How?
Silvera Savicus looks at you quizzically as you laugh out loud.
Yeah. So looks like we got to take this. Where did you say? Where do you want to go?
The shield. I don't know whether, guys. I don't know whether I trust the shield at all. But once the shield told me that it could restore Elturel to the material plane, and now the shield is telling me that if I take it into the nine hells, that it will faithfully serve as both a guide and an advisor.
Can you get that in writing?
That is exactly what Gargouth wants you to believe. He wants you to return him to the nine hells.
That would be away from the material plane and all the people that was your concern.
I do not like your plan. But if you must take it with you, I'd leave that choice up to you. You can tell that she has a little bit of relief on her face when you are telling her that you think you should take the shield with you.
Yeah. I don't trust this shield. I don't trust the shield, but I don't trust anybody else to hold the shield either. I mean, I trust my party, but that's about
Well, I heard an old trick. If we could just get our hands on a portable hole and a bag of holding, we throw the shield in a bag of holding and throw the bag of holding in a portable hole, just destroy all of it. We might get sucked in the astral plane, but it'll destroy the shield.
But
I'm
But
not
you
sure
couldn't
that's a
cross the
good
stream.
idea.
Well, I mean, at least you save the planet, right, from a pit fiend / god.
Well,
attempting to make deals with you. Isn't it, we have a floating contract in front of us where somebody else made a deal with a god. I think as long as you're in control and you're doing what you want and you're not promising anything in return.
well, I haven't
trust you,
promised.
Cracker.
I haven't promised anything.
I mean,
It's just that I don't trust the shield here. I certainly don't trust it to be returned to Baldur's Gate.
is a pit fiend more dangerous here on Earth or more dangerous in the Nine Hells where they belong?
Here's your reminder.
I actually think it's more dangerous here
Okay.
because of its corrupting influence.
The Knights of the Shield will never stop looking for it here in the mortal plane.
Silvera, do you know
Yeah.
how he got put in the shield in the first place?
I do not.
Do you know how to get to the Nine Hells? Do you know how to get to Elturel?
I can assist you in that matter.
I mean, if we have to take the shield there, I guess I'm a little confused. Like, is there a way for us to bring Elturel back out? Do we do that here, or do we have to go there to do it?
I believe you must descend into Avernus to see if Zariel may be stopped. I do not know if it is possible to bring
On that-
Elturel back.
On that part, I agree. Zariel is the problem.
This is what I can provide you. This map may not be entirely reliable. Its creator went mad making it.
A little crazy looking at it. But obviously, we don't know where Elturel landed amongst all these different names and labels.
You guys can't see the pins, can you?
No.
Okay,
No.
cool.
I worried about that too when I first was DMing, by the way. It's funny to hear you say that. Yeah, I worried about that too.
Right. Like
As-
north, or there's no cardinal directions labeled. It's
Although I can prepare a plane shift spell, there is no point. A magical ward placed on Candlekeep prevents creatures from using such means.
Who controls the ward?
Oh, it is the monks, all of the monks control. It is not something that can be changed.
I see.
I do, however, have an alternate idea. A
Uh-oh.
wizard named Traxador lives in a tower 20 miles from here. I've loaned him a spellbook or two, so he owes me a favor. I can have you delivered safely to his tower, and he can use a plane shift spell to take you straight to Elturel. Even more importantly, Traxador is looking after an old friend of mine, someone with a history of battling devils in the Nine Hells. I think you'll enjoy her company very much. Her name is Lulu.
Lulu a weapon?
You
Like
will see.
Lulu Dallas?
I believe having a conversation with Lulu would be your best bet.
Hopefully she's got some kind of pass that we could use when we get down there to get us around.
Now, unless there will be anything else.
I mean, I hate to be that guy, but like, we did go through a lot of work to get this, and now we
We
brought it
did.
to you, and now you have it. Was this a job that we did? Which
This person didn't hire us. We came there to her looking for help.
that's
You
true.
came here looking for answers, and I have provided them. This puzzle box is the contract between Thavius Krieg and Zariel.
I just
This
feel like.
proves.
This also condemns Zariel.
Did we already know Zariel was bad?
Well, we suspected it.
Oh, you're right. I mean, it does. Zariel was one of God's chosen. One of the God's chosen. She was a warrior that fought devils herself.
So
Now, I'm
was
fairly confident in our own abilities, but I'm not real sure I'm confident against her.
that story is as old as the hills. Somebody who was a chosen who ended up falling to the other side.
Hey, well, I guess it just takes a farm boy or two to beat that said person when time has come, right?
Even though he's, his kid. Okay, never mind. Okay, back to the story. Where could we? Okay, you said 20 miles from here. In what direction?
Oh, you will not be walking. Spend as much time at Candlekeep as you'd like, but just know the longer you stay, the more are damned.
Okay.
Yeah, guys, do we have anything else to do here at Candlekeep?
Oh, maybe rest up just a little bit. I'd like to maybe
That's a good idea.
see if I know there's not a lot of weapons here, but if there's any equipment that we may be able to use to stock up. I mean, we're getting ready to go to hell. Maybe some holy water.
I've had a lot of people tell me to go there. Let's see.
So Candlekeep really doesn't have much way in the way of like shops and stores for like weapons. It's mainly it's more of like a vast library.
Well, maybe you can go to the H section.
And look up
And-
holy water.
or hell as a topic.
That's not a bad idea. There are temples here, aren't there?
No, I'm
In
sorry.
Candlekeep?
What'd you say? I'm sorry.
Are there temples in Candlekeep?
Not per se.
Not per se.
Not specifically like a temple to any certain god. It's more of a scholar as opposed to a religious
I see.
area.
There's like a
Got it.
book god, isn't there? Like a knowledge god. Looks like a tree.
Guys, other than a rest, I don't see any reason to stay here. And I'm getting nervous about keeping this shield anywhere on the surface.
Can we keep this map?
I'm
Yeah.
worried about myself.
She
Yeah, now that he
offered
now
the
that he
map
shared
to
it,
you.
and now that he shared it, you can always go to images and pick it up.
I meant more just like, is she going to let us have a copy of it? Like,
Yes, she gives you that copy.
Looks like a lovely place.
okay, so if we don't think there's any reason to wait,
I think we should. Somebody said they needed a rest.
I think we all rested. I was honestly just looking more for a reason to be able to stick around long enough to spend some gold.
Oh,
What's his name? Traxar?
Aye, his name is Traxar.
Well, you guys ready to go to Traxar's house?
I mean, if nobody wants to go to the library, sure.
I mean, we can definitely go to the library. Let's go to the library.
No, that's fine. It's fine.
Look for
Sometimes a surprise is fun,
look for the number 10.
X marks the spot. You said yourself it used to be a church.
Trying to maybe we should, because like, what kind of demons are we going to run into? What is the nine hells like?
Well, technically, we should be running into devils, but there could be some demons there too.
Well, as I understand it, Avernus is the first of 9 hells.
Is it like the most?
The
Do I
first-
have that wrong? I think Avernus is one of the 9 hells.
It's the first layer of the 9 hells.
Yes.
Do they set inside of each other? Like, is it like a cube that gets bigger and bigger and bigger, or
I think they're deeper planes, is how I would
can you
think
walk
of it.
from one to the next?
If you find the portal from one to the next, but each plane is infinite.
Okay, I'm looking at this map.
So
Do
I
we-
have shared the monster manual. If you guys want to look up devils, you guys are allowed to look up any information you want. Also, you could just use your own books.
Okay, so I'm looking at this map. Do we see where we'll come in? No, he's going to put us right in El Terrell. So
This is Avernus. This is a
Yes.
map of Avernus, and this is not a map of El Terrell.
but what I meant was, I guess, is like, is there a portal here?
We don't know that.
Like, is this like Mirror Mephistar? Is that a portal into the regular world, or is that a?
I am not an expert on Avernus,
We don't know that.
Tchotchke's Mall?
for I
they-
have never been.
This one?
All the minds that I know that have gone there have come back changed.
Man, that is the river Styx. Look at that.
You guys have already heard about that, right?
So, what do you mean by mind changed?
Warped. Mad. Crazy.
So I get these raging issues where I just feel like I need to kill things. Could this possibly fix it?
Possible.
I hope not.
You do seem a little crazy,
No, I don't want to be. It just happens.
barbaric, mad. Perhaps you will fit right in.
Now, aren't tieflings originally from the 9 hells?
I've never been to the Nine Hells. That is where my race hails from,
Yes, that's what I meant.
but I have never myself lived there.
Understood.
Aren't I a little crazy? Rhea is growing very impatient and says, "We must be going. If we are to save El Terrell."
Yeah, I agree. I don't see any reason to stay in Candlekeep.
And then Fisk walks up to Yusuf and puts his hand on your shoulder and says, I'm going to leave you here. I'm not going with you. I wish you best travels, and may the gods be ever in your favor."
Nice to see you again, sir. Thanks for all your help.
Well, I don't want to be a downer, guys, but I heard the chances of successfully navigating Avernus were approximately 3,720 to 1.
Never tell me the odds. Oh, sorry, wrong show.
I think Disney is going to come down on us for copyright infringement.
Rhea, are you coming with us, or do you think your time is better spent here on the material plane rallying the remaining Hell Riders?
Do you think you will need the backup?
I have no
I could-
idea.
I could search the countryside of El Terrell and try to find as many of the surviving Hell Riders as possible, and try to mount an offensive to give you backup if that would be helpful.
Would you be able to join us on the morning of the third day? Look to the east.
I could do my best.
This map doesn't show us an east, but
Severa ushers you. Sorry, go ahead.
Nothing.
Go ahead.
I just seen if she was coming or not. I didn't know.
No, she will stay back and rally some troops if that's what you request of her. So Severa ushers you to a crescent-shaped landing platform with a stunning view of the sea. Waiting for you atop this platform are several griffins with saddles, their handlers standing nearby to help you. The griffins have been instructed to fly you to Traxor's tower, says Silvera. Don't worry, it's safe.
Oh,
Alrighty, so you guys want to mount them or?
yep. Well, I'm going to get on top of them. I assume there's a saddle.
Yep.
It'd be much different than riding a horse, right?
By the way,
no.
did we ever level? I guess we did. Never mind. I'm worried. Never mind. Okay. Just wondering if Colorado had leveled, but I guess he has.
I'm level 4. That's right.
Okay. Cool.
Everybody getting on?
No, this is
Yep.
bad for Dad Bod.
It's not
Dad-
it's not the
Dad-
height, it's the sudden stop at the end.
Dad Bod's middle initials are BA.
He's afraid of flying. How about you just here? I need a piece of cloth. Like cover your eyes, and then just hold on. It'll be like you're on a horse.
Sif is definitely face.
All right, I'm gonna drink some alcohol.
You got that wine still, right?
A bottle of fine wine.
I've still got 2 bottles of it
Yep.
here.
I want to drink the whole bottle, like 2 swigs. Knock myself down to 1 bottle.
All right.
All right, I'm hopping on.
The griffins take flight and head out to sea, flying just below the clouds. Candlekeep looks no less majestic from the air, but grows smaller as the griffins soar westward. Large, rocky islands pass below you, and beyond them lies the open sea. After a long journey, you see a windowless, doorless stone tower which somehow floats in the sky ahead. The griffins pass through the jagged holes, riddling the tower's conical peak to land on top of the floor below, which has a spiral staircase leading down. As the griffins land on the platform, they kind of bow down, getting low so you can easily dismount.
Yeah, I'll dismount. I'm sure we're not going to be able to keep the griffins.
2, 3, 4. Okay, we all made it. Okay, all right.
Okay, you're
Nobody
counting
called.
us.
Grab your buddy.
Moving buddy?
I'm going to float an idea. Go ahead.
Said moving buddy. Don't have one? Get one.
Guys, are we down?
Yeah, you can come off now, Devon.
Can you take the blindfold off?
Sure. If you need me to reach over and take the blindfold off. I take his blindfold off.
All right. So as you guys are standing there, you see the spiral staircase leading down. There is no one else there to greet you.
All right. I suppose we head down the staircase. There's nothing else to do.
Traxel? Hello?
Do we see anything weird or unusual about this spot?
No. You see an old, it looks just like it did on the outside with the jagged holes that the griffins flew through. Windowless, doorless. Just a spiral staircase on the outer rim of the tower going down.
Okay.
What are you guys going to do? No answer, by the way. No answer. Just a silence.
I think I follow Cracker's lead. He said he was going to go down. I follow him.
Yeah, I'm going down. By the way, guys, there's something else. I'm going to put away my old shield, and I'm actually going to use the shield of the Hidden Lord as my shield.
So are you touching?
You're going to touch it?
The shield of the Hidden Lord?
I'm thinking about it. Talk me out of it.
Well, last time somebody touched it, it didn't go well. Was that you?
That's true. That's true. I'll wait.
Maybe we
I
get
say go for it.
some thick leather gloves, maybe.
Hey, by all means, you could touch the shield. That'd be great. One level down, you see a cluttered chamber illuminated by various objects upon which continual flame spells have been cast. Scurrying around the room is an otter dressed in a tiny red cassock. The otter mumbles it to itself and mentioning something about a tuning fork. Suddenly, it takes notice of you and stands upright. Lulu, wake up! Our guests have arrived. At the sound of her name, a small elephant with golden fur appears from a pile of blankets near a table strewn with alchemical equipment. The elephant takes to the air on feathery wings and lets out a pleasant trumpet sound.
Good grief.
Yeah.
Disney
Okay.
is going to sue.
This is Lulu. Hello, small otter and elephant creature. We're supposed to meet a wizard here.
I am the wizard. I am the wizard.
The elephant said that.
Nope.
Oh, the otter said that.
You just hear the trumpet sound.
Well, okay. Act like this is normal.
I knew you were on your way. I'm looking for my tuning fork.
What does it look like? Can I look? Can I like move things around without hopefully
He
breaking anything?
he looks directly at you, cocks his head. Not the brightest crayon in the box. A tuning fork. Do you not know what a tuning fork is? You are a bard.
What's a crayon?
I do know what a tuning fork is. Do I see the tuning fork?
Roll a wisdom check. Everybody, roll me a wisdom check.
Oh, that's a wisdom save. Sorry.
That's right.
Same thing, right?
Not
What is
quite.
Do you have a different modifier to your wisdom check?
Yeah, wisdom. A wisdom would be a save is very different. It depends on what your expertise is, but yeah.
All right, so let's see here. Dad bod, you find a random trinket. Give me a second. I'll kind of let you know. Let's see what the. You find a glass, Dad bod. You find a glass jar containing a weird bit of flesh floating in a pickling fluid. And Sif, you actually find the tuning fork.
I found it. Here it is. I'm gonna hit it. High C, I believe.
Can I pop the thing off and smell it?
Absolutely.
What's it smell like?
Like vinegar and what is that fluid called? Embalming, not embalming, but
Chloroform?
yeah, the more
Ether?
ammonia sound.
Ether?
It's enough to take any kind of drunkenness away from you.
Oh, perfect. Kind of look at you guys. I'm gonna offer it to Colorado. Like, you want to smell this? It's pretty good.
What is it?
I don't know, but it'll wake you up.
The otter kind of
Smelling salts.
The otter kind of looks at you and says, "You can have it. I don't even know where I got it."
Sure.
Dad bod. Lulu looks right at you, and you get a thought in your mind of hello.
Oh, this stuff must be stronger than I realized. I'm gonna nod at him, kind of like unsure if I really heard that, but I don't want to be rude. So,
Are you a barbarian?
okay, I'm gonna look at whoever's closest to me in the party and be like, "Is he talking to you guys? Is he talking to us?
Not to me.
No.
Can you guys hear this?" Okay.
I heard trumpeting.
Okay. Yes, Lulu, I am a barbarian.
She lets out a trumpet bellow, as if all excited.
Oh, thank you, Lulu.
Is she talking to you?
She is. She's just asking if I was a barbarian.
Greetings, Lulu. We were told that you have been to Avernus, or you know Avernus, and can tell us what we should expect when we get there. I'm going to pull the map out and sort of lay it over wherever we have. What's that? Did anybody else hear that? Hello?
Hear what?
All right, I just heard a really weird, like, Discord noise.
Oh, I didn't hear anything.
I thought Lulu was talking to you.
Yeah, me too. I thought you were role playing
Oh,
Lulu talking
no.
to you.
I guess Lulu was. I didn't realize it was coming from the chat box. Sorry to hear you've lost most of your memory. Guys, Lulu was actually with Zariel the first time she went down to, with all of our forefathers, the previous Hell Riders. When, I don't like to use the word betrayed, but betrayed seemed to be part of it. You hid her sword?
And then a triumphant bellow.
I think it's a fire alarm going off.
Okay.
Did she want you to hide the sword, or did you need to hide the sword because you could tell that she was making bad choices?
You hear her tell you yes.
Feel like going back to Avernus, Lulu?
She lets out another happy bellow.
I don't quite understand the relationship between. I'm saying this out loud. I don't really quite understand the relationship between you, Lulu, and what you are, and the otter, and what he is. Do you need to? Do we feed you? Do you need? I don't, is this your pet otter, or otter? Or is this your pet elephant, or are you guys just mutually friends?
She said something to you in chat again.
Oh, okay. So you can change your shape. And at one time you were a golden mammoth, and Zariel would ride you into battle. That's impressive. So you're Colorado. Is this something that's divine in nature, or Cracker? You're a cleric, right?
This creature?
Yeah.
Have I ever seen or heard of such a creature like this?
This, if you didn't know, is a holifont. Holifont. Cracker, you hear
Yeah, I'm reading this. I'm trying to figure it
Okay.
out. Is that what Lulu
Yep.
said to me? So there is a sword. Zariel's most loyal Hell Rider, Yale, took the sword and plunged it into a rock. And Lulu here called on every ounce of goodness in her heart to raise a shield around it in a fortress against evil. Was this in Avernus that you did this?
Another triumphant bellow.
I'm gonna look through the map, see if I see anything like Lulu's Fortress of Good. See Crypt of Hell Riders. That didn't sound good. Let's avoid that spot.
Yep.
Did something just say this out loud, or
It said it in my head. Lulu said it in my head.
about Yunogu?
That could be. Maybe she talked to you.
Oh,
It's like she's telling a story. Zariel's most
the
loyal.
demon lord Yunogu wants to destroy Zariel's sword. He hates it as much as he hates her. We fought him once, but I don't remember where.
Well, I believe.
Wait, I'm getting something. I wandered Avernus for a while. Then I hid in a place called the Wandering Imperium. I made a friend there. His name was Madi. Maybe he can help us.
Is that on the map anywhere? Do you guys see that? Wandering Imperium?
It's not on the map,
I don't see that on the map.
See it.
There's more.
but maybe it's wandering. Maybe it moves around.
The Zariel I knew is gone, replaced by a devil with a halo of fire and vengeance. This is who I am, she told me. When demons die, they cry out my name in terror. Those were Zariel's last words to me. Poor baby elephant demon. I want to hug it. Can I hug it?
Yeah, absolutely.
Zariel sent it back here. It doesn't know why. Maybe there's a tiny little spark of goodness deep down inside her still.
As you
I doubt
as you
that.
hug her, she
you know.
turns a shade of pink. Her wings just start to flutter. The otter comes running up to you. Oh, quit making friends.
Where's this wandering Imperium, Lulu?
She does like a really nasty trumpet horn with her nose,
Like she blew snot on me?
like as if as disgusted, unsure.
Who's Madi?
Same thing. She does it again. Yes, this is all good. Let's get you to where you need to be.
Does Lulu want to come with us?
How
A
big is
triumphant horn,
how big is Lulu?
a size of a small elephant. She's not
Okay.
she's not tiny. She's not massive.
I was gonna offer her a ride on my shoulder. I don't think that would go well.
Cracker could pretty much sit on top of her, but not necessarily.
Oh,
I don't
I
think.
don't think I want to.
I don't think Lulu could really fly. That's kind of the size she is.
Who else is in the room besides Lulu?
Traxador.
Traxador, do you know of this place, the Wandering Emporium, excuse me?
I know lots of things. It's for you to find out. I'm just here to take you to where you need to go.
This guy's about useless. All right, are we ready?
Yeah.
Well, hold on. Right, the track store. Are you going to be able to cast a plane shift or a shift spell to put us in Elturel?
It's already prepared. Already ready to go. All I needed was this. Bing! It's the tuning fork on the metal bar on the table. And all of a sudden casts his plane shift spell without even asking any more questions.
Okay.
And with that being said, we are into chapter 2. We're going to take a brief pause here, kind of get the gauge of time-wise, time frames. You guys will also be able to level up to level 5 real fast and decide whether we want to continue or move on to next week.
5, such a great level.
So players, talk amongst yourselves. I'm going to take a restroom break and I'll be back.
We could probably level up and then call it. If you guys want to. Then we can start next week with just Elturel.
Doesn't matter to me, whatever you guys
Probably
want to do.
makes more sense.
I'm kind of curious though, to see if he'll let me like. Can I skitter around Elturel? I'm sure there's like an old blacksmith shop. Like I know where there's an old city that used to have weapons. Is the whole town like those zombies we just saw, or does it look like normal people? Have you guys ever multi-classed before?
Not me.
I discourage it in my games.
Yeah.
Since I discourage it in others, I don't generally do it myself.
What are you wanting to multi-class into?
But if I took a level of ranger, well, when do you get the mark
Hunter's
as a
Mark?
bonus action? Yeah, hunter's mark is a bonus action.
Should have already got that.
I'm not a ranger. I'm a
He's
bard.
not a ranger.
Oh. Well, I got it early on my ranger, but I don't remember exactly when. I want to say level 2 or 3.
100 marks a spell.
But I have to have access to that spell. Well, maybe I do as a bard. Who the hell knows? Let me look up the
The
spells.
first level spell. It's a ranger spell, though. So you wouldn't get until level 2 as a ranger.
Well, then it's probably not worth it.
Oh, well, never mind. That was an easy level up. Get my extra attack and fast movement. I don't know what that is. Read up on that. I don't think it's very fitting for Dadbot, no matter what it is with that name.
Plus, as a 5th level as your bard, you should get access to your 3rd level spells now.
Yeah, I think so. And I got Font of Inspiration.
Starting at the 5th level, your speed increases by 10 feet when you aren't wearing heavy armor. I think I went with heavy armor, though, so that doesn't even help. I think I was wearing skill. I don't even know. I gotta look. Well, skill's medium, isn't it? Okay, never mind. I'm good. I think I'm set. I don't really have anything to do. Not having spells makes it easy.
All right, so what are we doing, fellas?
Searching my spells.
We're going to continue on just a little bit longer.
I'm fine with not. It's up to you guys. I think if Doug's got to go early anyway, this is a really good spot to start next.
Yep, I'm
The only
good
thing I
either
was
way.
going to ask is I don't know. I don't really want to get into it if we're not going to go, but
All right, DM, just so you know, the 2 spells I've picked for 3rd level are Beacon of Hope and Revivify.
Okay.
I was hard pressed. I really wanted Magic Circle, but I couldn't do without the 2 that I picked. So it was like, okay, here we go. in case there's a disaster.
Does everybody get 2 attacks at 5th level? No, just you.
No, I don't.
Several classes do, I think. I know Ranger does.
Yeah.
Bard does.
Ranger would,
I think the
fighter
Warrior does.
would.
Yeah, fighter. Yep.
Who got 2 attacks now?
Barbarian.
Nice.
And I get fast movement, which lets me add 10 to my movement range, unless I'm wearing heavy armor, but I'm wearing medium, so.
Can you not edit? Oh, there it is.
Where do you see that you get 2 attacks?
Who?
Extra attack. There it is. No, I'm just learning, just finding out where that stuff is listed.
I don't get 2 attacks. I don't know what you're talking about. I get an extra attack at 6th level.
I don't think I ever get 2 attacks. However, I might as well have 2 attacks with that spiritual weapon. So
What'd you take there, Colorado?
I took Counterspell, and I'm either going to take Dispel Magic or Magic.
Oh! I'm sorry, DM. Revivify and Beacon of Hope are my life domain spells. I can still pick 2 spells.
Awesome.
All right. So, those 2 that I had to have, I would have automatically got those.
Awesome.
So now I can take the ones that I had hoped for.
Sif, what are you taking?
Spell-wise, I don't know. I haven't really started looking. My Bardic Inspiration goes from a D6 to a D8, which will help with all
Nice.
my blade flourishes.
Which you kind of already have 2 attacks anyway.
Right. I did a lot of reading about that this past week, so I was curious, what happens. But actually learned that I was doing it a little bit wrong. Your second attack is considered your bonus action, which means you can't take another bonus action when you do it. So I know I've screwed up and done Healing Word while I've attacked with 2 attacks before. So I'm going to be a little bit more cognizant of that. I have a question, fellas. Like, considering we are in a hellscape, do you think maybe I should take Leomund's tiny hut just to give us a place to rest when we're not sure where we're going?
That
good to
isn't
me.
stupid. That isn't stupid.
You should take Haste to buff Dad Bod.
I don't have much in the way of like.
What's your speed, Dad Bod?
Well, my base speed is 30, but I have the plus 10 now, so 40 technically.
So if I hasted you, you'd have 80 movement speed.
I mean, it's just like a meat train coming at you. Like the
Plus 2 to your AC and an extra attack and advantage on dex saving throws.
Wow, it gives me an extra attack, or you saying with my extra attack?
You get an extra action that you can use to attack, dash, disengage, hide, or use an object.
Nice.
So you could have 3 attacks. I think that would be more beneficial than...
I'm still trying to pick a last spell.
Do you have Dispel Magic as an option?
That's one of the ones I'm looking at.
I just grabbed that.
Counterspell. I had to take that.
I don't have access to Counterspell yet. I don't understand why. I thought I would.
It's not for Bard.
When do I start? When do I get my?
Why, you think I should take Dispel Magic?
One of us should have Dispel Magic.
I'll take
So
it.
my
But I'm just thinking the potential output for taking haste.
I took Dispel Magic. I wasn't sure of that last one. The four I picked up are Beacon of Hope, Dispel Magic, Magic Circle, and Revivify. That's pretty potent stuff. It was Jillian who actually showed me how powerful Magic Circle could be. It had its limitations, though.
Yeah, 1 minute cast time is what sucks.
Yeah, that's the bad part. Is this has to be something you're going to prepare for. But Beacon of Hope and Revivify, I had to have those two. So we decided we were not going to continue tonight.
We're going to finish up just a couple bits of house cleaning kind of thing before we end.
Cool.
Just kind of I want you guys to kind of have a,
Yeah, I want
expectation.
to see where we are.
Right. So we should be wrapping it up once you guys get done, probably around 11 o'clock, which is about 14 minutes. If you guys are almost done.
I'm done. I took Dispel Magic and Liam's Tiny Hut.
Okay. Ryan's done. Who else is done?
Dadbot's done.
Okay.
Um,
Did you say you're done, Colorado?
yeah.
Okay. Cracker?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay. A hot, stinging air assaults your senses as you evaporate into the city street into which you stand is lined with buildings that are crumbling, if not already collapsed. The ground shudders beneath your feet. In the red, smoky sky, a 400-foot diameter sphere of darkness discharges strokes of bluish-white lightning that strike the city at irregular intervals. Perched atop a distant bluff overlooking the rest of the city is a crumbling fortress. Traxidar gazes up at the black orb nervously, utters a few arcane syllables, and disappears in the blink of an eye.
Game at all. The black orb, like the opposite of the companion. Is that what we see?
Yeah.
And who was
Is Lulu with us?
Yes, Lulu is with you. And you guys suggested that Rhea stay and try to get some backup.
Correct.
So she is not with you.
Are we able to determine if this city is the ruins of Elturel?
I guess how ruined is it? Oh.
Well, I mean, it says crumbling.
I think I know where we are. There's an X that says characters arrive here.
You are here.
Can we recognize where
X
we are
does mark the spot.
compared to our previous knowledge of the city of Elturel?
So you are due east of the main like courtyard where most of like the trading and stuff happens. You are on the east side of the big city. The main fortress is west of you. Everything's just on fire. There's black smoke, red flame, red lit sky, black ominous orb above you.
Are there any signs of people?
Yes, but we are not going to get into that at the moment.
No.
What we are going to talk about real quick is Cracker. You feel the shield like just almost feels like it's trying to pull away from you.
No. I understand. I feel that, but no.
You like extra strap that down. You got some more. You got to.
Well, I know I'm going to have to fight it at some point, but I'm really tempted to strap it to my freaking
Give me a
arm.
strength check. Yep.
Me?
You are only just able to keep it from pulling itself off of your back, out of your pack and everything, just pulling itself away from you.
Well, I'm going to tie it down. I'm going to have rope. I'm going to I'm going to do everything I can to get it as secure as possible.
Do I get a sense of, or do we all get a sense that he's fighting this?
What are you sharing with him?
Well, I'll let him know, man. It's going crazy on me. It wants to be loose, but I'm not going to let it go. This thing owes me.
That sounded nefarious. So did you make a deal with it?
No, but it's talking to me. It says, "Do not tarry in the city, lest you get pulled into the river Styx." Do
Well,
we see the river?
No.
aren't we
There's a
floating
river in the
above
middle.
it?
I mean, it's more like a giant. Oh, that's not a river. Never mind. That's a giant hole.
Around the corner of a still standing structure runs a woman with 2 toddlers, one on each arm. In her wake amble 3 infernal monsters with glaives and snake-like beards. The fiends are laughing darkly. And that is where we are going to end the session number 10 for Descent into Avernus. Thanks everybody for joining us as we venture further. So until next time.